Welcome back, my name is Tobal. Thank you so much for joining me again to continue the X4 series Let's Play. And last time we left off, we were just kind of hanging around here as we just purchased a new freighter. Medium freighter, nothing too crazy yet, but we're going to have it start doing trade runs along with its sister ship. And I think it's still being made. Let's take a look here in Argon Prime. Or did it just come out of the dock? We're going to set it to auto trade in Galaxy. I want to take a look at some of the settings here to see if it's doing anything when I know for sure I just did auto trade Galaxy. No real differences in the distances or the things it's selling. I'm just kind of interested that it seemed like the previous ship, right, our other ship, is only working out of Argon Prime. So I wasn't sure if that's because of the lack of information and data. For example, is it only pulling trade data from stations we went by recently? Unsure, but our Vanguard, our Discovery Vanguard, is busy trying to drop a bunch of satellites all across the universe, which is great. So it is, let's take a look at its orders. It's only got 3 satellites left, actually. So that means we might have quite a bit of satellite data, and that means trade data. So if we take a look, let's minimize this. If we open up our filter, we take out the, oh, there's no filter here in place, so let's open it up and we see live trade data. If we click on this, that means there's no, trade data will expire in X amount of minutes, like it would if we clicked maybe the station over here. We don't even have any information because we've not been around there in forever. Right here at this station, the data expires in 2 hours and 26 minutes, but right now we have live data in quite a few systems. So my hope is that our traders can start to find really good deals on their own and make us some profits. I will keep an eye on them to see if they start venturing out of Argon Prime. If they don't, I might try to force them that way. Yeah, see, they're just going right to the wharf. So I'm wondering if they're prioritizing distance over profit. And I don't see any way at the moment to change that. Let's go ahead and explore a bit by taking our trader, clicking the shipyard. Oh, we can't actually upgrade. It's more than likely not big enough. Let's go over to an equipment dock, perhaps. That's the wharf. We were just at the wharf. Let's take a look at the software. So it already has the trading computer extension 1. Have we even seen trading extension 2? I wonder if that's related to how far away they go from their safe system, I guess their starting system. And this might require a little exploration on our part in order to get farther out, get new information here. We've still got it selected. Let's take a look at one of the Teladi stations here. Same thing. Yeah, a couple folks were commenting in the comments of the videos that we remember in the older X games you did have a trading computer that was really smart, and it could basically do sector trading or regional trading or galaxy trading, but you needed to update the software, and none of us can remember if that was a mod or if that came default with the game. So one of those fun things that you just play for so long you kind of forget what was, what's what. We're sitting on 112,000, not a whole lot at the moment. What I wouldn't mind doing a little bit is exploring some of the different species, the different factions areas, and see if we can unlock any additional stations, right? So maybe we can find a new equipment dock or a new wharf or a shipyard that has different information on it. So we've got a bunch of things out here, a bunch of unknown stations. We're out in Paranid space. So why don't we start taking a look at some of these other areas? I'm not going to do this all video. I will kind of be bouncing between letting the autopilot fly towards it and checking on the state of our trade ships. Um, but we do need to do a little exploring, just because I think, while the main superhighway here is awesome to have, it's definitely nowhere near everything. I'd hope. I would imagine there's quite a few sectors here in between, and we could just pick a direction to go, but I'd like to try to hit the gates and unlock the gates as we find them. If I find any transport missions, I'm going to start taking those as well, just to have a little bit extra money and some extra exploration. So we're finding component factory around here. I keep hitting that shortcut when I'm holding shift middle mouse wheel to look, and then I hit Q to roll the ship. Defense platform. I almost want to say defense platform isn't around unless you're coming into a, I thought you're coming near a gate. I could be wrong there. Shift 3 to get into scanning mode. Get any fancy returns? Not really, just this other station. Haven't quite found out how to look around your ship while you're in this outside view yet. Oh, that might have just been it. No. Still, it's the navigation screen. Press F2 twice to look at different views. I'm afraid of hitting too many F keys, mostly because I don't know what they do. See? I did it, and I don't even know what it was. Well, that's a spot camera. You just basically left where we were. And this is a quantum tube factory. Would not be a bad spot for a satellite here, right in the middle of all three of these. I'm going to hook a little bit to the left, because I'm curious if these ships are going... I think these are probably just patrolling, because they're fighters. But just to be sure, I'm going to keep going this direction. There was a couple, it's like a squadron of 3 ships. One thing that we can do is actually start following trade groups. So if we see trade ships going off the main beaten path, then we know that there might be something out in this general direction. I also wanted to take a quick look at, just to refresh myself, on what ships have the best speed. I think we had come to the conclusion that it's either 8600 for 664, that's the Paranid. Let's see where we are. I'm kind of curious also what happens if you get to the border. It's kind of terrifying, just go off into deep space. I want to save it real quick, just in case there's any EgoSoft type bugs in the system here, and if we hit this invisible wall, we suddenly shatter into 1,000 pieces and want to be close by. So we're coming up near. Is it just warping us backwards? Okay, we're basically bouncing off an invisible wall here. So I'm going to turn us around, engage the flight assistance again, and kind of patrol along the edge here. So it looks like there's nothing this direction. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing, I mean, all of the edges of each of these sectors have the same kind of lines here, so it doesn't mean there's no, you can't go that way. I'm assuming you can't just go off grid. You can't go out of one sector and into another. Like, could we fly from Pious Mists directly into this sector here? Napoleon's Fortune? I'm not sure. That could be something to test out. What are you guys doing over here? It's so funny just to come across random ships in the corner of the galaxy, just hanging out, doing their own thing, minding their own business. So 664, 5300 something, I think, on that Paranid Scout. Let's take a look at the wharf for the Teladi. Scout, 152k. Triple engine, 5700. Kestrel, 5500. that, oh, that's 906,000. So everything's top travel speed looks to be around 5,700. Nothing too amazing there. Let's see what the, I don't remember what the, these don't have separate ships, I don't believe. This should be the same kind of ships. I haven't been checking the names per se, so I could be incorrect on that. Oh, this is completely different. So this is a Pegasus Sentinel. This is in Holy Vision. This is another Paranid shipyard. Pegasus Vanguard. Okay, so that was a completely different ship. Oh, okay, so there are different things offered between the two split factions here, which would make sense if they were separated for decades. They'd have more or different information. So this is travel speed is 8K, way above anything I think we've seen, and it's still pretty affordable at 700,000. So that's definitely probably going to be our winner if we're looking at a scout ship. Take a quick peek at what's going on behind us here. We just ran into a bunch of random ships out here. A gas miner. I like that they almost like seem like they're spooked. They're having a little meeting here. I just interrupted the fleet. Let's go ahead and set orders for this station. And I'll just point towards it and start our long range, or sorry, our high speed transport. We're still not making a ton of money. I might have to force our Vanguards to start, or Mercuries to start trading in different sectors. I don't like that. I really don't. I do wonder if it's related to the software. And I don't see wrong item here. Encyclopedia equipment software. I don't think I've seen any additional trading software yet. Doesn't mean it's not there. I think these only come up when you encounter them for the first time. So it doesn't mean it's not there at all. It just means we've not encountered it yet. And I don't think it's something we could craft either. And crafting's not something we've really looked into, although I've read lately that it's actually fairly lucrative. It's a great way to make some money. I might go ahead and drop into one of the, it's a cash symbol, the trading stations, to take a look at some of the crafting options and really what they have for sale at the equipment vendors, because there are equipment vendors that sit at the trading stations and you can buy things that go into your individual inventory. Also, we've been picking things up over time, so there's a possibility that we can craft things for our suit or craft things to sell that make a good profit. So we'll finish exploring the couple of stations in this sector. You know, something else they used to show you was, oh, it is actually the case. Okay, so we just finished this station, or looked at this station. What is the, oh, the exclamation mark is my guidance on it. If you look here where it says other stations, it's telling us that we've not uncovered one. If we zoom out of the entire sector, it's basically said we've uncovered everything but one. It's a real fickle zoom here. So as soon as we find this station, we will have 100% covered or scouted. In terms of stations, at least. I don't know if there's any other gates. We've completely covered. Oh, we're way off the beaten path there. Let's go up a bit. All relative, but, you know, up. There it is. And that is the last of the stations in this sector. Is there any useful information? Are we going to have a head-on collision here? I mean, you can chase me all day long, my friend, but I think we're going to outpace you. Like the random path of exploration. We look like a slug on the floor going for some food. We've basically unlocked everything I think there is in this sector. What about if we just look over here? Do we even know? We knew it because we saw a question mark, but maybe if we've not explored anything else, we don't know if there's other... we're in Trinity Sanctum. We don't know if there's anything else here. So let's set up autopilot guidance to the parented station. I just clicked on it, held my mouse over it, and hit Shift A. So our autopilot's taken over here. Alright, I think I'm going to interfere with our good friends, our auto traders, and see if we can't tell them to stop trading auto trading, right? We're going to stop auto trading. Have you picked anything up? You don't have anything yet. So this is perfect. And your default position is to, or default action is to hold position. So let's do this. And I'm somewhere in here, I'm sure there's a way to utilize the integrated computer, but I haven't found it yet. So if we look at our ship information, we have on our ship, I believe we have a trading computer extension Mark 1. I don't remember if we started the game with that or if we purchased it. If we purchased it, that might mean that this is what you see and this is what you get. This you know, you've got 112 stations online. This is what they buy, this is what they sell. I wish you could filter this in a manner of, hey, let's sort the most expensive items or the most profitable items. But as far as I can tell so far, that's not the case. There are different filters. I don't know what the think filters are. I think these are the missions that require you to do an activity. And in the background, no worries, we are autopiloting over to the trading station. So we can manually add expensive items, which we may want to do, and maybe just have 5 on there for the moment. Drone components, 928, that's not too shabby. And maybe microchips, let's leave those for now. So we're looking at the world as a whole. We see that advanced composites, there's a difference in a couple hundred credits here. Microchips is different. There's a $300 credit profit there. Electronics looks like a 400 profit. Drone components, a little less, but there's barely any supply. Or there's very high demand. There's basically very little, a good amount of supply. Very little of it has been filled. Why don't we try something? Let's set our auto trader. Oh, something got crazy and I accidentally left my autopilot going, so he's going all over the place. Let's go ahead and stop our ship. We'll pull him off the gate here just for a second, so I don't have to get confused and concerned about where we are. And it was drone components, was that what we just saw? Drone components are the most profitable right now of this selection. 600 credit profit. Okay, let's take this Vanguard and these are small ships. I do plan on having some bigger ships here in a bit. And why do we have like a golden? Is that because we've got guidance on? We aren't on fire, right? You know, I don't see that. Information. Very important things we're doing here. If you all have not read the Interdependence series or had Will Wheaton read it to you in his beautiful soft voice, no, I recommend that. It's 2 of the names of the trading freighters that they had in the book. Pretty awesome series, I do say so. The Interdependency, or the Fall of the Interdependency. So we're gonna take Yes Sir, That's My Baby, not doing anything, just trying to undock. We're going to right click, auto trade in Galaxy. We're going to expand this list and okay, I don't want to do that. Let's do it this way. We want to add specific things, not take things away. So we're going to say trade, find, build, plunder. Interesting. Are those new? Auto trade. Add wares. We're going to say, let's give it a couple. Drone components were good. Microchips didn't have quite as much. Advanced electronics, advanced composites. Let's leave these on for now. Let's leave these 3 here. Does this mean... I wonder if their skill limits how far they can go. I wouldn't think so, but I don't know. I wish you could see what this said. Max gate distance to what? To station, I'm assuming. To where? To buy, to sell, probably. Max gate distance to sell. We don't care how far it is. There's a really fast loop here, and they should be able to speed around anywhere they need. So confirm this, right? We're gonna cancel the undock because it's almost like they're stuck right now. Where are you at? God, I hope you're not actually stuck. Now they haven't had anything to do. Can we just fly here? Can I force you to get out of the station? I'm not a huge fan of the fact that right now it seems like it's just kind of hanging out. Can you upgrade? Isn't this a wharf? Can't we normally... I thought normally we could upgrade our ship there. I don't like this overlay box when you're not looking at the trade windows. What about crew? Are we full on crew? We are full on apprentices. Let's go take a look at what's going on because I'm not sure why the ship is not deciding to undock. We are just outside of this gate, which will take us to their sector. Oh, you seem to be out now. Are you out? They kind of might have warped out there. That's fine. Did I pause them on accident? Oh, maybe our Vanguard discovers too close? Sure. We'll keep an eye out. We'll be a little bit micromanagey right now. They aren't moving. Right? Okay, we're going to press M. We're going to tell, in case the Vanguard's doing anything weird, we're going to go into the Vanguard's orders. We're going to cancel the Vanguard's orders. And make it basically, let's just have you dock up. Dock up here. When things are just calm. Okay? You're going to dock. Alright, you're doing that. You're still undocking. Which I don't like, because that makes me think you think you're inside and you're not, and that's not great. Can I remove all orders? Not a particular fan of this situation. I might have to save and reload to get them unstuck. Can I make you dock there? Alright, last thing I can try. I don't know if this is going to break my ships or not. We'll see. Can I bump you into action? Probably not. I'm going to save the game real quick because I don't know, I haven't tried swapping ships yet, and I don't want to break anything too terribly bad. So we'll save it. I'm going to jump out of our ship in a spacesuit and try to go over there and like smack the captain around. Are you sleeping? You know? Are you? Do you want to get paid, my friend? You have to move the ship. We'll see. I also want, maybe it's related to the little symbol I have over my ship. I'm not sure. I love our little glowworm icon here. I love that you can switch ships wherever you're at. This is really big. Alright, and pulling back on the throttle just a bit so we don't miss it. Oh, this is pretty awesome. I actually haven't gone on a trader yet. Where else can we go? Can we go to different parts of the trader? Nope, just the cockpit. That's fine. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Can I kick you out of your chair? I don't want to fire you. But I might have to. This person cannot reach any other place. Okay. We don't have fuel. As far as I know, that's not a requirement. This person cannot reach any other place. Okay, why don't I may have to fire this person. Work somewhere else for me? Can I just tell you? It's like your action is blocked. I can't even make them get up. That seems a bit bugged out. I can't fire them either, right? Was that the option I saw? Oh shit. Not a great sign. Not a great sign. Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's I think I'm gonna put a cut in here pretty soon. I will reload the game right before I cut. I'll save the game, or after I cut, and I'll reload the game and see if they resume their orders. If not, we might have more of a problem here, and I'll start investigating the menus to see if there's some kind of a message that perhaps I missed. I just don't see anything that said, hey, we're stuck because of X, Y, or Z. Oh, there are the upkeep missions. Was that a thing at all? No, this is still for our elite. This is still for our vanguard, if we wanted to have it pilot automatically. And that sound is probably trading from the other trader. I have no idea how I managed to set myself a marker on the ship. There's tons of fun here. It's all going swimmingly, about par for the course. All right, we're gonna jump out of here in our spacesuit. Swing over to the Here we go. It's our ship. And by the way, while I'm floating here through the darkness of space, I did recently start up another series that I'm going to be playing in between these episodes, which is kind of a tutorial series. It's very focused on specific things. So the first video I did was a very basic overview of how to get going in X4. So if you're not familiar with the controls, if you're not comfortable yet, it's pretty basic. I just wanted to make sure we start on a base layer for everyone. I will be having specific videos about specific topics, and hopefully the videos will be much shorter. So if you're looking for a video about how to do trading, well, I don't know if right now this is the best example, but hopefully we'll have more experience through these Let's Plays, and I'll be able to make more tutorial videos about how to be more efficient with trading, how to do station building, and boarding and things like that. So that's my goal, because I did have a lot of people in the comments talk about that they're, either able to or enjoying this series because it's helping them learn the game. So I wanted to make something pretty focused just in case. So this ship is currently stuck in the mud. I have no idea why we have a question mark. Maybe I hit a button here somewhere along the way that I don't know what I did. That's fine. That's okay. I think the one thing I wanted to do was check, the docks for goods. Aren't we near a trading station? We were going to go to the Paranid. Let's just go to an Argon trading station. That'll be the last thing we do this video. I want to explore what is for sale from the traders, and see if we can start finding things to craft at the crafting station. And if you've not seen it yet at all, I don't remember if we've covered it yet in this series or not, there is a little crafting table where you can make different items. So we'll explore that here in just a bit. And I'm sure someone is yelling at their monitor right now because they know exactly why this ship is not moving. And I'm going to feel dumb about it, but that's okay. That's what we're doing here. I feel like orange exclamation points are worse than yellow, right? It just seems bad. So we're going to pull off the freeway here. Oh, it's pretty close. We don't even need to do the fast travel mode. Where is the one of these above docking bays? There it is. All right. So here's a repair. Is this repair? Can you get repaired here? It's interesting that it shows kind of a repair symbol over there. Are you back? Oh, you've switched. Oh, now you're just doing. Oh, that's nice. You actually have a full. No. Oh, all right. Crisscross. That's fine. You got to stretch your shoulders out. That's good. Oh, and oh, right. You know, honestly, this is such a step up from X Rebirth. I'm not even gonna make fun of it. Like, it looks like a human that's not 90 years old. That's amazing in its own right. Let's just ignore the janky. Hey, she stopped though. It looks like she had a full range of, you know, come in, come in. Like if you've ever seen anyone try to navigate a helicopter into land or something, it's you know, shut down your engine, stop here, you're good to go. I get what they're going for. So they get points for effort. But as always, there's always some a little funky stuff with some of the X games. I don't know what this repair. I mean, there's no repair dock, right? As far as I saw. Okay, so there's a workbench and a crafting bench? What's a workbench? Oh, this is where modifications come in, and I think we unlock modifications through either buying them or as rewards from factions. You can see a list of all the. I think these are things that you learn. I'm not 100% sure, but we don't have any right now. So I'm thinking these are things you can unlock and then build and apply to your ship. You're a crew woman, so you won't have anything to sell me. What about the crafting station? What can we do here? We can make a fine meal, spacesuit bomb, spacesuit EMP. Good stuff. And it only shows us things, I believe, that we have access to or we've unlocked so far. So let's see if we can find a trader. And they'll have a little shopping. Okay, of course it's all the way on the other side. Of course there's no people mover. If he just made a sale, I want to have him try to do the same thing we sent the other ship to do, even though it's stuck. Alright, let's check your orders real fast. No, sir, I don't mean maybe. I'd laugh if it was like their name is too long or just some kind of broken, you know, SQL thing, database thing. What are you carrying? Are you carrying anything right now? You do have wares, so I want you to continue selling your wares. You're going to execute your trade, then I'm going to kill your auto trade behavior. I'm going to make a new auto trade behavior. Auto trade the good stuff, right? Converters. And we'll say, what do we have that was expensive? I don't remember what it was. These were only about 900. We'll add them in there. So these are fine. These should be able to find enough things. Max distance 2. Max distance 2. Confirm. So after they execute the sale, they should, in theory, start trading. I was thinking that maybe our trader couldn't deal with... Oh, you know what? Let's try this. Let's take away... Oh, we did. We actually did take away all orders. So in theory, they should be doing anything else right now, but they can't for whatever reason. So we'll come to them in a bit. Let's get over to this equipment manager, equipment store. Hopefully there'll be a trader here. We might have to wait a few minutes if they're moving around. I would think traders stay stationary. I don't know though. Okay, there is a trader here. What you got? I think this is something you can apply or give to a captain to increase a certain skill. Let's buy one. Okay, let's buy one of these. This is awesome that you have things you can upgrade your spacesuit with. Let's buy a couple items here. Oh, these are in my inventory and we can sell them out. Okay. Um, we can buy 3 rare spices, I think is what we needed for a fine meal in case that quest happened to come up again. We'll just buy a couple units of things that we don't have because that way it might unlock whatever we need. This isn't all that expensive either. Am I broke? I really have nothing because they've just, they're probably using my credits to make sales. Trade wares. Micro gimbal. I almost want to not take the bomb launcher here. These are cheap, these are cheap. Let's take one interface unit. And let's take a couple of these. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to see if having these in my inventory unlocks new things to craft. So we have most of everything. We don't have some spacesuit things. Okay. Thank you so much for that. I kind of remember the rough amount of things we had in our crafting bay. We do have new things, right? The security slicer is new. A decryption system. I think this is what you need. By the way, I think this is what you need. This or the decryption or bypass or maybe both in order to take over another ship that has been ejected. I'm not 100% sure though. Let's craft a fine meal. It doesn't look like it's worth a ton, but hey, just for fun we'll have it in case someone wants to buy it. So as you are getting new trade items, you do unlock new things to craft. So I think one other thing to do as you're exploring the world would be to stop at any trading stations you find, or other stations. I mean, these folks might be at an equipment dock, or even a normal, you know, a Bofu plant or something like that. So we got what we wanted here, and I think it'd be nice to go ahead and explore a little bit more once we get going. What are you up to? Are you still trying to make your sale? I mean, you've got it even shorter. It's not a name thing. I must have clicked something. Maybe he's revolting until I upgrade his pay or something like that. I would think that would have a little symbol on it. Drives me nuts that I can't figure out what that little square is, or that little exclamation point. These indicate that these are new items.
Security would like to remind all visitors to keep their belongings with them at all times.
Yeah, no idea on that one, folks. Sorry about that. I hope I can find that out. I don't like to leave questions unanswered, but maybe one of you all have a good explanation. This ship, I think, is finishing off its trade run. They're still trying to save, right? Or sail? Sell the quantum tubes they bought way over here. So yeah, we'll put a cut in here. I'll save the game. I'll reload the game, see if that frees up our other trader, and we'll go from there. I think, again, overall, we're just trying to continue to explore and make more money in order to give our ships, our traders, more capital to play with, and also at the same time to start saving up more money to buy the super fast scout ship, which we might be able to use to mess around. I think we might even look at if the Vanguard that we have, if we could switch ships for a bit and give our elite to cover one of the freighters, and maybe use that Discover Vanguard to explore if it takes better engines. I think it might have two engine slots on it, as opposed to just one. So we'll mess with that as well. It does have two engines, so in theory it should be a lot faster than our ship. So, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate the enthusiasm. I love this game. There's always some things to work out. We really need to talk to whoever's storing torpedoes right in the landing bay. There's always issues to work out. I'm pleased that there's no game-breaking bugs. Well, I say that, right? And here's our trader that's stuck. I don't know if that's due to a trade or due to my own ignorance. So, or not trade, due to a bug or my own ignorance. So either one is possible. I can't, you have to be open-minded. I think sometimes with these games is that there's certain things that are fickle, right? So the animations aren't perfect, but I don't come here for these animations. I come here because I want a in-depth space management game, and so far that's been very satisfying. I hope that they continue, and I know they will. Egosoft does really good about patching their games, but I do get concerned sometimes about the trend of games being released without their polish. So we'll see. There's still a lot of time. I haven't even tried station crafting. I don't know what the end game story is like. So this is just cracking the egg. We're just getting started here. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try to get to you and answer any questions you have. Otherwise, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.